I want to be honest with you from the jump, because if you search this question on YouTube right now, is a 3D art career worth it? You're going to get one of two types of videos. Type 1, the guy who made it telling you it's absolutely worth it. Here's my setup, here's my lifestyle, subscribe. Type 2, the doomer video. AI is taking over, studios are laying people off, learn to code instead. Neither of those is actually useful to you, because neither of them answers the real question, which is 3D art worth it in general? The real question is it worth it for you, given where the industry actually is right now, in 2026? And that answer? It's more nuanced than either camp wants to admit. So let's get into it. Here's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to give you an honest picture of what a 3D art career actually looks like right now. Not the highlight reel version, not the horror story version. The real version. I'll tell you where the genuine opportunities are, where the real risks are hiding, and the one question you need to answer about yourself before any of this information even matters. Because here's the thing. The career question and the personal question are two completely different conversations, and most people are trying to answer both at the same time and getting confused by both. By the end of this video, you should have enough clarity to make a real decision. Not hype, not fear, just clarity. Let's go. Most people come into this question from the wrong angle entirely. They're asking, is the industry good? Or are there jobs? Or will AI replace me? And look, those are real questions. We're going to get to them. But there's a more foundational question that almost nobody asks first. And if you skip it, none of the industry stuff actually helps you make a decision. I'll come back to that question in a minute, because the answer to it completely changes how you should interpret everything else I'm about to say. But first, let's talk about what the industry actually looks like right now. And I mean actually, not what it looked like in 2019. Not what people are predicting for 2030. Right now, in 2026. Okay, honest breakdown. The entertainment side is under real pressure. Film VFX, AAA games, animation studios. These sectors have gone through significant contraction over the last couple of years. Layoffs have been real and well documented. The mid-level generalist role that used to be the reliable entry point, it's genuinely harder to land now. Studios are leaner, they're moving faster, and they want specialists who can step in and produce without a long ramp-up. Does that mean entertainment is dead? No, but it means the path in is narrower, the competition is tighter, and you need to be more strategic than the previous generation had to be. They just build a good portfolio and apply era is over in that world. AI has changed the landscape, but not in the way most people think. AI isn't replacing skilled 3D artists the way the doomer take suggest. What it is doing is compressing the value of mid-skill, undifferentiated work. If your main selling point is that you can produce something competent, that middle ground is getting squeezed. The artists who are thriving right now are the ones doing work that requires real creative judgment, technical problem solving, or both. AI is a pressure test, not a death sentence. It's just forcing the question of what your actual value is sooner than expected. But here's the flip side, and this is real. Outside of entertainment, demand for 3D skills is genuinely growing. ArchViz, product visualization, real-time experiences, motion graphics, these markets are expanding. Brands need 3D. Developers need 3D. Training and simulation industries need 3D. The difference is these industries don't announce themselves loudly. You don't see them trending on Twitter, but the work is there and the budgets are real. So what does this mean overall? It means a 3D art career in 2026 is not a straight shot, but it's also not a dead end. The ceiling is still high. The floor is just less forgiving than it used to be. The artists who understand that and adapt, they're doing well. The ones waiting for the industry to go back to what it was, that's where the struggle is. Now, here's where I need to come back to that question I said I'd return to. Because everything I just said, the opportunities, the risks, the markets that are growing, all of it is context. It's useful context, but it doesn't make the decision for you. And the reason it doesn't is because the same industry reality that feels discouraging to one person is genuinely exciting to another. And that difference has nothing to do with the industry. It has everything to do with who you are and why you want this. There's one question one specific thing you need to know about yourself that determines whether a 3D art career is actually worth pursuing for you, regardless of what the market does. And I genuinely believe most people skip this question because it's uncomfortable. It forces you to be honest in a way that industry research doesn't. Here it is. Are you drawn to 3D art because of what it lets you create, or because of what you imagine the career looks like? That sounds simple, but sit with it for a second. Because a lot of people fall in love with the idea of being a 3D artist. The renders they see on Instagram, the studios they admire, the lifestyle they associate with working in animation or games. And that's not wrong. That vision can be genuinely motivating. But if the thing you love is the aesthetic of the career more than the actual work of learning and creating in 3D, the career will feel like a grind before it ever feels like a payoff. Because 3D art has a brutal learning curve. The early work is humbling. Progress is slow, and then suddenly fast, and then slow again. The feedback loop is long. And if you're not genuinely pulled by the craft itself, that stretch is very hard to survive. Now, if you're someone who gets absorbed in the work, who finds something satisfying about solving the technical puzzle of a scene, or getting a material to read right, or nailing a render that actually communicates what you were going for, then the career question almost answers itself. Because people who are genuinely driven by the craft find a way. They niche down, they adapt, they survive market shifts. The industry throws things at them, and they pivot. So the real worth it question isn't, is the industry good enough? It's, am I the kind of person who will keep going when it gets hard? Because I actually want to? If the answer is yes, then the honest answer to the title of this video is, yes, it's worth it. Not easy, not guaranteed, but genuinely worth pursuing with clear eyes about what the path actually looks like. If you're unsure, that's not a reason to quit. That's a reason to spend time actually making things, not just consuming tutorials, before you make any big commitment. The work will tell you what you need to know about yourself faster than any YouTube video will. Now, let's say you're in. You've got the drive, you've got clarity on the direction, and you want to build something real. The next question is always, okay, where do I actually start? What do I learn first? And how do I build toward income without just spinning my wheels for 2 years? I've got a video coming that maps out exactly that. A realistic step-by-step breakdown of how to go from beginner to your first paid 3D work without the wasted detours that slow most people down. No fluff, no hype, just the actual sequence. If you want that video the day it drops, subscribe. Turn on notifications. It's free, and it might save you a year of going in the wrong direction. And before you go, drop a comment. Tell me where you're at right now. Are you just starting out? Already in the industry and trying to navigate it? Somewhere in between? I read every single comment, and I genuinely use them to shape what comes next on this channel. I'll see you in the next